Yo, 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 Cook Up Club. What's happening, people? In here. I just realized I'm missing one of my things. Hold up. What is going on? Bow, 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 bow. All right, that's working. That's working. How are we doing? How are we doing? Damn. Sang coming in straight with the OP one time. I mean, this is not the right stream for that. But yeah, we can do some OP one time at some stage for sure. I mean, at the moment, I fully tried to use it earlier today. Thing's dead, man. I didn't even charge it. So, L in the chat for me. But what's going on, people? How are we doing? How has this sample been? It's looking like a low turnout submission episode because I think the sample broke everybody. Right? It broke everyone.
Bruh.
I'm gonna hit it straight. I just think I don't think it was that bad. I don't think it was that bad. But it looks like I'm wrong again to the community. The community were not feeling it. They were not feeling it. I mean, look, for me, it took me 3 goes on mine. But first go I was like, all right, cool. Having a bit of fun here, leaning into a certain style, not challenging enough for me. Second one was the usual. Third one is where we're at. So that's it. But yeah, grime R&B, then what I did. Yeah, kind of similar to me. Sample was okay, just a bunch of beeps. Took me 3 goes. We got Raymond G in the chat. With the fire. Yeah, I made 3 beats, all very similar. I mean, look, as always, guys, it's gonna be different for everybody. It's gonna be different. We're all gonna have different takes on it, different styles. I mean, mine is probably Shorts. You just keep saying your thing's boring. I bet it's probably not as boring as you think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it won't be. But yeah, guys, we're looking like it's one of those weeks, man. We're just low submissions. Ain't nothing we can do about it, man. Ain't nothing we can do about it. We just have to keep pushing, keep making these beats. And the ones that want to do it want to show up and do it. That's what I mean. It's not a problem. I made 1 beat and then I had to leave for my sisters. Hey, look, you made a beat. You done your thing. All right. How many submissions do we actually have? Let's have a quick cheeky look. We don't have no backpack chicken as well. What's going on? Well, no backpack chicken. I got used to it. All right, so we got Alex JL, we got Short Motif, we've got Black Lung, aka Berkey, got Raymond G, Sans put one in, and then we got mine. So look, we got some submissions. It's not that deep, but it's gonna be a short episode, 100%. It's gonna be a short episode. But guys, quick update on me. Since the last episode, I got COVID again, bruv. It's been mad. It's been mad. I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
It was bad. Even now, like it's weeks later, and I still feel like my chest is on a madness. I still got the mucus and all that stuff. I'll be at work just doing coughing fits. I'll be here making beats. Like I wanted to stream over the last couple of weeks. We've been doing a lot more gaming streams. Got a bag of games that I want to just sit down and crack into, some of the Jedi stuff and whatever. And I just don't want to have content of just me coughing up the place. I thought this would have passed by now, but yeah, man. We got sick. Me and Sam were out of the game. Slowly rebuilding. Long. Barrett Rogers. Took me about 7 months to fully recover from that last time I got COVID. Wrote me on cue. Wrote me off proper. Listen, I believe it, man. I believe it. Does this button still work? No, it doesn't. Damn. I got rid of the COVID thing because it wasn't relevant anymore, and then it became relevant again.
I say, fire burn that rascal.
That's what I think about COVID for sure. Fingers crossed you recover quicker than me. Yeah, than I did. I think I think I'm on the way. It's just more about this, you know what I mean? It's hard to shift the mucus on the chest. But other than that, I'm not feeling as bad. Not too much fatigue is more. I'm obviously you get a little tired, but like it's not like COVID fatigue. But we shall pass, man. We shall pass it for sure. But it has not been good, man. And I think it's been going around. I've been seeing it from a lot of people and yada yada. But nobody's talking about it. You know, the distraction is on these elections in the UK and in the US. It's all happening around similar times, it seems. So everyone's focusing on other stuff. But yeah, man, health is still struggling for the wide population, man. So guys, wash your hands, man. You know what I mean? No them things is wash them. Be careful. Because man, it's still out there. It's out to get everybody. So hang in there. But guys, I appreciate you guys coming through. I appreciate you guys submitting a beat. I know the samples ain't always the best, but it's a sample challenge. Shorts are saying it's also a holiday kind of season, so there will be a lot of people spending time with family, maybe away and yada yada. But my honest opinion, if you're on this producing thing and you want to keep the accountability, you gotta make time, man. You know, we do these every month. Sample drops 2 weeks, second week into end of the second week into the month, and you got 2 weeks, man. Like 2 weeks is a long time, so you can dedicate some time, guys. 100%. If I can show up here every time and put time in, I'm sure a lot of you guys can as well. You know what I mean? So for those that are watching this back on replay on YouTube, no excuses. Yeah, come on. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe. Guys, please go through and subscribe to my gaming channel as well. We've been doing a bunch of clips, me and San. So help us get the sub count up. You know what I mean? Where is Bez? I have no idea, man. Hey, shout him down. I mean, he popped his head in a while back, talking about he was gonna get back on Ableton or how to use it, but I don't know, man. I need to check in with him. It's been a while. We used to chat from time to time, but hasn't been for ages. So Bez, where you at? We're calling you out. We need to see you in this stream. Yeah?
Yeah,
I
man.
mean? So come true. But anyway, let's not prolong the thing much longer. Let's get into the first submission for the Cook Up Club. Let's also play the sample, which I haven't prepared again. Hold up. Let me just get that up. I have it in this folder here. I saw. Episode 6. It's crazy, man. We're already halfway through the year, guys. Like, how has that happened? I remember when we just relaunched it. We're here again. So, damn. All right, let's run the trailer, man. Let's go. And we're back. Cook Up Club. Let's get into the sample. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking when I chose it. I thought it was going to be a bit more dubsteppy, a bit more grimy. And that's the direction I decided to start with, but I didn't finish there. So let's play the sample for those that didn't hear it. I mean, I heard potential. We're going to play it one more time. But yeah, I can see why there might be, yeah, what do I do with that? What the hell? It's a tricky one. There's also a bunch of resonance in there, right? Which can be good, can be terrible, but we all know there's ways to deal with it. It's a challenge, yada yada. I'm not too bothered. I think there's ways to do it. One sec, guys. It's logged me out of Steam. Don't know if I can be bothered to get the stream avatars up. I'll sort it out in a sec. But who we got first? Let's get into the first submission for the Cook Up Club. And we have Alex JR. And he's titled this one Rave Nostalgia. Ooh. Hopefully we actually get some rave nostalgia. Alex JR's been pretty consistent this year. Got to take my hat off to him and salute all that stuff. So don't let us down, man. I want to start the stream off popping. All right, let's get into it. Alex JR. That was fire, man. That was fire. I didn't expect it to turn up again towards the end, but it did, man. It definitely brought it to another level of intensity, different level of vibe. Um, yeah, man. Shout out Alex J on that one, man, for sure. What we got in the chat here? We have Alex J should probably just make a bunch of generic house EPs. He'll probably end up famous. That's a wild comment. The problem is, right? I know Alex J will be able to do it, 100%. But knowing him, he'll be like, that's not what I want to be known for, so he wouldn't do it at all. But for sure, I can definitely hear that he's been working more in this direction, whether it's for sync or whether it's for particular artists. But he's definitely been refining this kind of UK-esque house, kind of little bit tropical from places, and different bits and pieces, and very TV friendly kind of vibe. So he's definitely been refining that. But yeah, he could easily put some EPs together and get those pieces going. But great use of the sample. Always good to hear some subtle vocals coming in there. Great mix, nice and wide. Yeah, man, I think it was a solid beat. I don't know if it's one of those ones where he got super into it. I feel like he knocked it out and left it, because look, he submitted this how many days ago? He just like had an afternoon, smacked it out and exported it. That's the vibe I get from it. But yeah, man, I don't know if I wanted a bit more of a journey, but maybe I'm just spoilt from the usual Alex J exhibitions that he takes us on from like a sonic perspective. But either way, that was the vibe, man. What you guys thinking? Any feedback for Alex J? Anything you didn't like? Anything you do like? How do we develop it? Where do you see it? Yeah, man, these are all the questions that I know. It's like maybe it's not your beat and you don't want to speak about it, but like sometimes asking these questions about other producers makes you start to think, oh yeah, I didn't think about it that way, and the discussion helps, unpick your own ideas of what you want to do for sure. I'd want a bigger climax, perhaps. Yeah, maybe. I mean, towards the end, it did get pretty up there, but got to define bigger. Is it more variety? Is it less instruments, but in a more epic way? That's the tricky thing about like what is big. His beats are always nice melodically. It's like a butt's coming. Here we go. But maybe I want to hear more distortion. Yeah, it's always, and this is the thing. It always depends on who the comments are coming from. We know what type of music you want to hear. You want to hear some more dirty stuff, and that's definitely something me and Alex Shell have spoken about over the years. Like, we can all make, well, not all of us. It takes time to be able to make beats that sound clean and good mix, but they're not always the tunes that people are interested in because it sounds too clean. They want a bit of dirt to it. So, yeah, maybe a bit more grit, maybe a bit more less of a sheen might have gone down better. But it depends. It really does. All these things are subjective, but for sure. More of it, epicness that was there. So like it was already epic, but like how can we like make it more? I hear you. Yeah, man, all in time, all in time. But yeah, I thought that was a vibe. I wasn't sure if you guys were gonna hit the pull up, but we didn't get it for Alex J. It's all good. We're moving on to the next one. I just need to hear full versions of his beats. Like just in general, or like on a release, or just yeah. Break that one down for sure. Anyway, let's move on. Who we got up next? We have Short Motif, like 3 minutes. Okay, I did think about this the other day. Like, should we start pushing into the 3 minute territory because it's a bit more pressure, and we have to have a fully fledged song? But I just feel like we're gonna have a lot of producers that just hit the Aussie loop, and it's just gonna loop for the whole 3 minutes, and we're gonna sit here in pain. So it's just there's two ways to look at it. You know what I mean? Two ways to look at it. It's just like, is it just looping forever? There's no variety, and we have to tell the people in the community that that's not what we need. We need a bit more, intention. It's just because they got that Control D is what my mind goes to now. I'm not saying Aussie just makes loop beats, but he gets mean for it. You know what I mean? But Aussie plays into the genre, so that completely works. But there'll be a lot of artists in here, or a lot of producers in here, that the genre does not need just a loop like that, and they will still do it. So It's a tricky one. The Aussie loop, cardboard. Speaking of Aussie, guys, tomorrow I'm on the sauna. That's something we can plug. So make sure you head over to that. Sauna, is it the underscore sauna? Twitch now? I'm not even sure anymore. You guys should know in the Discord. You guys have been on there already. But yeah, I'm gonna be on the sauna tomorrow. The promo did go out, which is great. I need to add it to my wall over here on the bottom. Is it right or the center of the screen? Slap it up there. Aussie made me a really sick poster for it, and then because at the time I was supposed to go on there, they didn't. Something happened and couldn't make the stream or promo didn't go out correctly, so we pushed it back to another day. Man lost the Photoshop file, and I really like that one. And the second one that he's done, I mean, it's alright, but it's nothing like the one he did before. So it is what it is. But yeah, Jordan Dreamer's gonna be on the sauna tomorrow. Make sure you come through and support. We'll see how it goes. I always feel like when I get on the sauna, we get the worst stuff. Like it's. I don't mind making music out of like really weird samples and stuff, but like there's like no musical elements to them a lot of the time. So really are clutching at straws or having to like rely on some like build a quick loop or use a little melodic loop and build something and churn something out. Hopefully tomorrow we get some stuff with a little bit of music in it. So if you're gonna be in the chat, make sure you throw a bit in there. But I've noticed there was a little track the other day. Them man are using stem separation, so they're spitting out the music bits now and just doing audio. Maybe that's doing vocals and stuff. Maybe that's the direction. But we'll see. Make sure you guys come through and support your boy. Let's get into Short Motif. She's up next. Let's go. Big up Shorts on the submission. I don't think it was boring at all, man. I actually really like that beat. I hated the snare. I thought it was too clunky. So when I saw the Phil Collins comment, it did make me laugh a bit. But I just think you need to replace that kind of thuddy snare with like a really light snap or something, some sort of reverberant kind of snarey bit, or just something with a little bit of space to it. We need that reverb to be present because it's so moody and so chill. Absolutely not. Leave the hollow snare. No, I think to be honest with you, I think we could probably work on that for sure. Cause I could just hear like San singing on it and like a really moody kind of Channel 4 documentary, I don't know, episode of Misfits where someone's really depressed or something like that, and you're just making the background music to it, singing in like a FK Twigs kind of whispery, kind of high pitched register. I thought that was dope because the bass really kept it moving and driving and kept telling that story. There was a lot of journey in that. I could just see like, you know, them times when like I'm just trying to. It just reminded me of like, what's a good way to explain? Like, you know, you see those scenes in like movies or where it's like someone's had a really bad day, or they're sitting in the back of a taxi, the rain's coming down the glass, and it's just like monochromy blues and darks or whatever it is, and you can tell it's a sad scene and it's just chilled. But that's where I went to it. But yeah, shorts. I think me and Sam could probably definitely work on that, build something. So Glass Animals, is that a particular band or song? Definitely link it. We'll have a listen. But I liked it. I think it has legs to be moved in a context that's probably out of what you were thinking. But yeah, as always, we can talk about it, man. Told you I want to try and bring you through on a few bits, so this might be the first track that we do it on. So I liked it. From time I can get like story out of it, I can get some kind of drama out of it, or I can see images or places it could be used, and it's a good song, 100%. Maybe just tone down the bleepiness of the sample that we used, but also that was a sick part because it just felt very British, because it just sounded like, you know, kind of like Siren-esque, kind of like early Chasing Statusy kind of bits, but it's just like, bruv, there's no need for them simps there to come in like that, but they work and it kind of tells a story. So yeah, man, I thought it would be dope. I thought Sam was singing would be amazing, but I couldn't think of how. Yeah, I have a vocal. I'm gonna send you a track off the stream of what I kind of hear, but I've always wanted to make songs like this. So whether it's relevant or not, I love them kind of tunes. I don't like all her stuff, but I'll send you the stuff that I've always admired. And whenever I hear that kind of moody stuff, for sure, we can definitely tighten that up and get something going, man, for sure. But big up Shorts. It was so far from boring, man. We've had so many things to talk about. And it was a great use of the sample. I didn't even think to use it like that because it's subtle but so effective. Yeah, definitely not boring at all. I'm so glad you submitted because yeah, I feel the placement. You know what I mean? If we get our heads together and, you know, go for that kind of moody kind of track. So yeah, man, we have to keep pushing. Thank you. I was afraid I didn't have a big switch up. We don't need switch ups, man. We just need good music, man. You know what I mean? Because yours had less going on than Alex JL's, but it told more of a story to me. Because Alex JL unless it wasn't not even a story, but it was more of a typical story. Whereas this one, it was like an open-ended question of like, the story is what you make it, which means anybody can like interpret that song in a different direction, which you can do with all music, I'm aware of. But for me, that just felt like if you played that song to 10 people and we all sat down in a circle, everybody would tell you a different story, a different place it took them to, for sure. And it would be detailed, is what I'm getting at. But yeah, I really like that one. Shorts, big up. You're done now. So it's good when you put down Fortnite for a minute. You know what I mean? Pick up Shorts. And guys, if you're not following Short Motif, please can we go and follow her? We need to get her to 50 followers. Trying to get her to affiliate. She's been streaming quite a bit now. What are we on now, Shorts? Let's have a look. Can I even open this? How many followers are Shorts on? Bam, bam, bam. 37. Guys, if you're on here and you're not following Short Motif, Raymond, Burke, you can hit Shorts up with a follow. Let's get her to 50. Get her to 50. My bad. Yeah, it was for my uncle. RIP, man. We're kind of going through similar things at the moment, so it's understandable. It's always good when you take that emotion and, you know, channel it somewhere. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's it's even more depth to it. You know what I mean? It's amazing. Big up. Who we got up next? We got Black Lung, aka Burke Rogers, Mr. AKA Mr. Sable, Mr. You done know, Mr. More Distortion, Mr. Quick Cook, 1 hour cook up straight out the door. Let's have a listen. Let's see what we got.
What would you little maniacs like to do first? If you want to be a part of it, you have to learn to live in the learn to live in the jungle.
Bro, he could have hit us with a fade out, bro. Hey, man, that was actually fire. That was actually fire. And the fact that he did that in an hour is crazy, because I know the Black Lung, the Berkey that we listened to 4 years ago couldn't have done that in an hour. You know what I mean? There's so much complexity, so much direction, so many different palettes being used and developed. One thing I want to give you some serious prop for is, like, you really had a sick intro, because you grabbed our attention from the jump and was like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, he's taking little spikes of the sample, delaying them and making it like kind of cinematic and building that tension. And then you had little vocal bits coming in there, like kind of taunting us, like, you know, asking questions about what we, you know what I mean? It was like, it really gets in your mental and you're like, what is going on here? And then you hit us with a satisfying drop, man. So congratulations, man. That's definitely one of my favorites of yours. Especially if it's in an hour, man. Like, what the hell? So that's crazy, man. Yeah, I might have to run that one again, you know? It was a weird one for sure. Let me hit the thing, make it official for you. Bro, what's going on with my channel points? Channel points ain't doing nothing. Hold up. Boo 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 boo. Where's my things at? Yeah, we'll do it. For sure.
We have to pull that one up. We have to wheel it.
Yeah, man. Seriously impressive, man. For sure. Let's run it.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first? If you want to be a part of it, you have to learn to live in the
I say, fire burn that rascal.
Yeah, man. Proper vibes. It's from the movie Weird Science. Good movie. I've not seen that movie, man. How weird is it though? Because boy, I don't like scary films. I don't like weird films like that. I got Sam to watch Fight Club the other day. She cussed me out, man. She said it was a terrible film. I was like, it's a cult classic. You know what I mean? I was getting roasted. Oh damn. But yeah, big up Bert Rogers in the chat. Yeah, she started an awful film. Awful. She was kind of waiting for it to kind of spice up, and it just never came. Great film. See? Cult classic. Cult classic. First rule of Fight Club. Sam, what is it? Oh, I'm getting abuse on the side. That chat message just went off as well. Guys, if you're interested in getting any one-to-one music production coaching with Join the Dreamer, book it here. The link is in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll be in the description, or just hit me up on Discord or whatever. We're doing that. The prices and stuff is on my Buy Me a Coffee link. So let's run with that, man. I've been taking a few of those recently, and they're fun, man. They're super fun. I had one earlier today, and it's always good when you're doing a session and you're answering questions, but you're doing it physically and you're breaking down, and they're seeing it in real time on music that they've actually made. Like when it comes to mixing question or fixing something or breaking down some sort of technique, and you just see them lighting up and you see the excitement. So yeah, man, it's good, man. If you guys want to get some of that, or you're having some sort of frustrations going, let me help you out for sure. But yeah, big up Burke, man. That's a vibe. I really wanted to get into like an EDM kind of bag, whether it's gonna go dubsteppy, grimy, D&B, but I think because I started it at work on a lunch break, I had such a short amount of time, and then I kind of locked it in, and then it was too boxed in, and it wasn't fun for me anymore. So I started from scratch. But one day I'm gonna get back into that bag again. I think I just have to really commit and actually want to do it. But the problem I have is I don't have a lot of artists that would want to use that, and it's hard to have a UK use case for it without, I don't know, committing to that with other music. So maybe in me, I'm just like, I'm not even gonna make it because I'm not gonna use it, which is difficult because sometimes you want to make music for fun, but it's not just fun. We're running a business here, you know what I mean? So have to weigh it up a little bit for sure. Who we got up next? We have Raymond G, who's in the chat. I think he's still in the chat. If he's not, it's all good. Big up yourself. Usually man's in it at work, cutting some customers or whatever, so big up for always coming through and always submitting, even when it's a techie week. Alex JO, late to the stream. What's happening, bro? How we doing? We ran your beat first, man. We definitely gave you some props. Big up yourself, man. Also, your cheeky little flex, submitting it a couple days early. Like, yeah, just knock this out in the afternoon. There you go, guys. I'll see you, son. Also, I have a bone to pick with you, bro. Months ago, I said, let's link up. And you said you're going to invite me to come around, this and that. Bro, I'm still waiting. What's happening, bro? What's going on? We have music to make. We're halfway through the year, bro. We literally said to each other, we're not going to let this happen. It's happening, man. The year's flying. It's your fault this time. Sticking it on you, bruv. Know what I mean? Raymond G still working like you said, fam. Big up Raymond G, bro. Man's checked in from his Jobalini. Love that. Let's get into your beat while you're here, bro. You're up next. Let's go. Oh, go on. Big up Raymond G for submitting always. One thing I always got to give you props for is you're trying new things. Because I think at the start, you were struggling with kind of trying new stuff and you just stuck to what you knew, looped it out a little bit, and did a few bits and pieces. But yeah, man, you're actually trying to push the boat out a little bit here and actually introducing a lot more melody, because we've always given you stick for like spending a bit more time on the melodies, and I can hear the improvement of the melodies. There still are a few notes in there that could be not necessarily out of tune, but maybe better suited. So like I think on the bass, I think you might even be in the right key, but because you've gone so low on those bass notes, when you go so low in certain registers on bass, they start to detune, so it might sound a bit out of tune. So maybe that's happening in this case. There's definitely some notes towards the end that were clashing with other melodies that you were doing. So just because you can do the bit of melodies now, you ain't got to throw it all in at once, you know. A little bit of seasoning here, a little bit of salt, a little bit of this and that, you know what I mean? In places, in moderation, break it up, you know what I mean? I quite like what you did with the sample with the boom, 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 you know what I mean? Because you used the sample, still kept it in like the key, took it in a different direction. But towards the end, bruv, it fell apart, man. What happened there? You brought in that flatline synth, bruv, and I was just like, I want to die. Because it just felt like, I'm like, what is happening here? It was like, if man was on the machine, I'd be like, I turn it off, bruv. Turn it off. Like, we got to that stage now where it was just too much happening. So you're overstimulating us now. You hit us with that long beat. I was like, bro, we're not doing that. So, hey, we're not roasted, man. We're keeping it real here. It's very important that we don't overstimulate too much. But you're working towards bringing those bits and pieces in there. Now that we've got the melodies in a nice direction where we're starting to get it going, now we got to start spending time with like some effects, some reverbs. Because when you brought in that kind of piano-y note towards the middle, I was like, oh, this is a different direction. This is interesting. But we need to give it some reverb, some delays, to give it some sort of realism, to make it feel like it fits within the existing composition, all that sort of stuff. Because when you don't, it sounds extremely dry and it sounds very personal. So like when that woman came in and she's going, the woman was in my ear, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Like back her up a bit. You know what I mean? Like she should be on the stage. I'm in the audience listening to the music. My girl's came up behind me on the stools, right? I'm in the stand. She's gone to the row behind me and she's whispered in my ear. I'm like, yo, personal space. Back it up. You know what I mean? So we need to do that sort of space now to control where these sounds are within the stereo field, to just break it up, man. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of growth here for sure. Now it's about shaping it, right? So we're on the next step now. We've got new melodies. Let's shape them. Let's use some creative effects. Let's use some delays. Let's use some tape effects. All that sort of stuff. You're in a new rabbit hole now. It's progression. It's good stuff. What we got in the chat here? It's channeling the spirit of jazz. Feels like one of those Nintendo games madness. Yeah, some of them, you know, that's another thing. Some of those game composers back then, just because they could, doesn't mean they had to go mental. And some of the times they went crazy with it, chip tuning it like to the max. The drums look into altering the velocity. Yeah, for sure. So that's another really good tip for your drums. They all sound like they're at velocity 127. So bring those velocity numbers down in places. Maybe not on the ones, but maybe towards the other parts of the bars. Give it some natural feel, natural swing. Move some of your notes off the grid. If you're an FL and you're just clicking the boxes, that works. But if you want to give it a bit more swing, either hit that little knob, that dial that does swing, or just start moving stuff off the grid a little bit. Give it some, some humanism, some nature, some natural vibes, and it'll definitely help your productions go a bit further. But shout out Raymond G for submitting all the time, man. Like, excuse me. The fact that people are struggling on sample this week and you've shown up, you're already doing stuff that's good, man. You know what I mean? You're taking it serious. So I appreciate that, man. Big up yourself. I know you're working right now because you're not typing in the chat, but definitely watch it back and take that feedback. And if you've got questions, hit us up on the general chat in the Discord and we'll be happy to point you in some directions and help you get better, man, for sure. Or book a coaching session, man. I would love to break this down to you in a session 1-to-1 so you can get it and see the benefits of how it's going to help shape your beats. So let me know, man. 100%. Who have we got up next? We have. Thank you guys. I appreciate the feedback. No, it's what we're here for, man. We're gonna poke a little fun because it's funny, and we all need to have a laugh. And I advise everybody to poke fun at yourself and everybody, because that's how we learn, right? We should be highlighting the bits that need to be worked on so we can do better next time. You know what I mean? If we all just lie and just keep it too nicey, we're not gonna make any improvements here. So we gotta keep it real. Definitely need to add effects and keep it simple for sure, man. Like it's like I was saying before, moderation. Just break it up, man. 100%. Just break it up. Take your time with it. Another way to really learn is just do a lot more listening, man, of like other music. Doesn't even have to be in the genre you're working in. Just like how many sections of this song is there? A section, B section, C section, D section for like a, I don't know, mid late or whatever. And how are they transitioning between each other? Because the chorus is going to come back round again. That's maybe the B. How is that coming from A to B? And how is it going from B to C? How is it going from B to D? You know what I mean? What is the glue that connects them all together? And some of those techniques and things you'll be able to translate over for your own productions. Is it like a reversed symbol, like if you're doing like simple kind of housey sort of stuff, or are they using risers, or are they dropping stuff out? Are they, you know what I mean? There's so many ways you could do stuff like this. Or are they using particular instruments that they change in a different direction? Got to do a lot of listening, man. A lot of referencing as well to even like, how have they got their piano to sound so real? And you play your piano, you're like, oh, you can definitely tell this is MIDI. So yeah, man, just keep spending time with it for sure. I appreciate the submission. Who we got next? We got San. Big up, San. She didn't leave a message, but it's all 80%. Does that mean it's not finished? Oh no, she's brought out the emotes where it's like I can't not. Right, let's have a listen. Flip it out. What? I had an artist in mind, so it's very structured to them. What was the artist? Hey, that was some what's a Vibers? That just sounded super LA, you know what I mean? Super LA, super West Coast. You know what I mean? My whole family bopping. I pull up coming through, let's run it back. Yeah. What? Yeah, book 'em up. Yeah, man, it was definitely those kind of beats, little LA joint. You know what I mean? But big up. Appreciate you submitting. What is the chat saying? I saw a few bits. Mustard on the beat, ho. Turn your sub up. Yeah. I mean, 808 could have had a little bit of boosting. For me, it was more about take some of the low end out of the sample. If you take away some of the low end out of the sample, you get more low end space for the whole beat. So then you can crank the sub without it distorting or kick coming in or whatever. So yeah, sometimes you got to just like prune the melodies a little bit, and then it will bring up so much space within the beat. Because like if you're trying to layer the 808, I can't turn out because it's because you have two low end frequencies fighting each other. So you just got to get rid of that, scoop it out. You know what I mean? Not too much, just enough that the bass sits well, and then yeah, level it out a bit. Slap a soft clipper on the end, little saturator or whatever, and it will come together for sure. Lil John asked for this, you know. Yeah, the thing is, right, it's not easy to make them kind of like stomp kind of beats because there isn't a lot to them, and the vocals definitely do carry it for sure. So yeah, it is difficult. The only thing I would say is like just subtle melodies in there, just little subtle lead bits coming in, just to distinguish bits between the hook and the verses, just little bits like that. But yeah, good bops. Did you just consider some gun reloading for extra cheese? Listen, you joke, but them things are happening to this day and they still go off. So for sure, it's beyond the cheese now. Like, you know, when the meme becomes real, like that sort of stuff is what we're living in now. We got artists like Sexy Red doing madness. You like, Burke, if you've not heard the Sexy Red tune, that I'm gonna send it to you and you'll be shocked, surprised, and dumbfounded. So yeah, it's a vibe though. Sam, my sweet little bass needs boostings. Beat it up. Yeah, definitely them kind of vibes for sure. But yeah, man, look, that is an artist beat for sure. That's a beat that you send to artists who get on stuff like that. Why? Because they love simple beats. And they love beats where they can just shine and do their personality. So that would be one of those beats. You know, it's like a little freestyle, just get some bars off the dome. And we know how good those freestyles go off. You know what I mean? Not every song needs a chorus and a bridge and this and that. Sometimes rappers just need to go off for 2 minutes straight, and then it becomes a TikTok dance, and some of the lines get used for little reels and thing. It is what it is. I create with artists always in mind. It's a skill because you know you're an artist that produces, not a producer that try to produce for artists. You're the other way around. So that makes the most sense for you, and that's the way you should. All producers need to be moving in that direction if you're trying to work with vocalists and whatever. So yeah, I think of the possibility to myself. Yeah, that's the way you want to do it, man. You know what I mean? If that's what you're trying to do in your music, then you're doing nothing wrong. You know, sometimes producers, we do too much, man, and the stuff we spend time on, the macros, ain't nobody care about it. Let's be honest. So yeah. Stick to the job, man, and you'll be cool for sure. But yeah, guys, we've still managed to come in at an hour, so that's a bit crazy. Must have just been me just yapping, but we're doing all right, man. You know what I mean? Small community, we love it. Ain't nobody complaining. We love it. These emotes, I'm looking forward to when Shorts gets that emotional. I just know they're gonna be flipping crazy. Just gonna be like, Shorts, what it is? She'd be like, I don't know. It is what it is. You just see it already. Oh yeah, it's time for my beat, guys. Let me get up my folder. TCC beats. The Cook Up Club. Join the Dreamer. Let me know what you think of this beat. So like I said earlier, this is the third beat I made. I came in yesterday and I listened to the 2 beats I'd made, and I was just like, I'm starting again. So this is from last night and some of today. So yeah, let me know what you guys think.
John the Dreamer.
Yeah. It's a bit crunchy on that one. I keep pushing the limit, just a bit too much, I think. I need to dial it back just a touch. But yeah, that flute, big up. Chat saying coming in with the thanks, man. Hey man, what's going on with you, man? Is this John? Yep, this is me. Ooh wee. Alex Joe with a no A. This is no A, son. Oh, it's no A. Bounce. Speaking of bounce, Shorts as a bounce with chill with the fam. This is nasty. Bless up Shorts. The flute. Nice journey. Contact choir in the background and the flute. Banger. Appreciate it, man. I don't really know what it is, to be honest with you. I don't know. It's one of those times where I don't know where this would go. I think it's too much for an artist. I think if I stripped it down, and I've tried to keep it quite reserved, but I was just having fun with the creative effects and some of the weird stuff in there. But I think that would be too much for an artist in some places. And then we shall
have to pull that one up. We have to wheel it.
run it back for the flute. I don't even think it's a flute, you know. What is it? I think it's a duduk. I think it is. I have to check. I think it's a duduk. You know what I mean? Ethnic instruments and that. But yeah, we'll run it back, man, for sure. Appreciate that, man.
John the Dreamer.
Yeah, I said run it back for the flute, you know. Decent sampler, Contact. Yeah, definitely Contact. For sure. I like decent sampler, but I don't really use it. Like I see a lot of instruments that will say, "Oh, this works in Contact or decent sampler," and I just always go for the Contact one because I'm always in that. I use Contact every day, like whenever I'm making beats, just because the library is crazy. So there's so much stuff in there that I need to actually just spend. I try to spend more time in it so I know my way around the sounds a lot more, just because I have a lot of third party libraries, but just because you have libraries doesn't mean you know the sounds. So I try to, like, when I'm making a beat, oh, let's go in this folder I've never used before and check that out. And there's always some weird and wonderful stuff in there. There's a lot of poop, but sometimes I'll use the poop stuff and use effects to make it sound sick, just because it's a challenge, you know what I mean? And also, if you know how to, you know, work with certain palettes, you can always pull something out, man, for sure. Tame the sample too. It's funny. I did that quite late in the process, so you know I use Soothe on that for sure. But I was thinking about you when I did it because I was just like, I wonder if this sample pushed him over the edge to buy it this time. Maybe it's my little secret crusade to get you to buy Soothe. But this time I actually had to use it a lot more than I wanted to. So I put it on the usual kind of soft setting, chose the resonant points that I didn't like. It wasn't enough, man. I had to put it on the hard setting, man, and really scoop it out, really tame it so it could kind of sit in the beat a lot nicer, because it was sticking out like a sore thumb. Even though melodically it was fine and everything was cool, sonics wise, it was just cutting through, and like you said, it was grating. So the taming doesn't make it feel that way, and you can slide it in there, man, and just build on top of it. So that's kind of what I did, and that's the vibes, man. But yeah, appreciate the pull up, man. I don't think it was pull up worthy, but I appreciate you for sure. But yeah, guys, man, I think that's the stream today, man. We're just hitting over an hour. We're doing our thing, and hopefully the sample that I picked in January for the next episode is a bit nicer and people are less intimidated and we get more people in here for sure. Because it's always good, man. We need to learn from each other, man. And I really do enjoy the aspect of this show of everybody just taking it in different directions, man. It's fun, man. And it also makes you feel like, hey, I have something to bring to the table because it's different than everybody else's. So, you know what I mean? We all need to get on there. So I feel like we need to have a big shake up in the Discord. I think we need to start calling people out. Guys, where you at? You know what I mean? Let's get these people back in there, man. We got a lot of good producers in our Discord. We need them to show up and support the cause and also just turn up for themselves. You know what I mean? Let's remind them that this is about, you know, this ain't about flexing. This ain't about this and that. It's about accountability for your own art and also showing up for yourself. So let's keep that ethos going, those ethics in here going, and let's encourage more people to join back on the stream, man. Like, I don't think that's too much to ask. There's a lot of benefits for everybody, so let's definitely, I'm gonna need your help on that, guys, for sure. But we're gonna leave it there. Hopefully we're back on the streams next week, because we've been taking a break because we've been ill like crazy. So we'll be back on the streams next week. Definitely been making beats. Been working with a lot of American artists at the moment. A little bit difficult at times. A lot of back and forth, but it gets like that. You know what I mean? It gets like that. But hopefully we'll have some music coming out soon when it comes to submitting for sync and all that. And that's the plan. But guys, I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Big up everyone. Everyone really did well with the pants sample. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. We all did well, man, and we all showed up for ourselves and the community. So we're gonna call it there. I'm gonna see you guys in the next stream. We'll skip a raid today. We'll just, you know what I mean, sign out quietly, like that. But all right, guys, I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.